And we're back with another linked list problem. This one is Leetcode 21, merge two sorted lists. So as the name implies, we are given two sorted linked lists right here. You can see this 124 and 134. We need to merge these linked list values so that they continue to be sorted. So I'm going to compare each node, and if it's less than the other node, it goes first. That's all there is to this problem. What I want to do first here is I need to make a while loop. I'm going to say while list1 and list2. And then I need to compare their values and create a new list. So I'm going to say if list1.val, then I need to add list1val to something. I should say if list1val is less than or equal to list2.val. Then I need to add the list1val to our new linked list. We're going to return as our answer. Else, do the opposite or the inverse. I'm going to add list2.val to our answer. So what I want to do next basically is create that new dummy node or new linked list that we're going to return and add these nodes to. So I'll make a variable called dummy, and it's just going to be a new list node. I'm following the syntax up here. I'm going to set it to just some arbitrary value. It doesn't matter. It's kind of a placeholder value. Say 9999, and then we'll have a null pointer for next. So to traverse the dummy node, I actually need to make another variable. I'll call it cur, because remember, dummy and cur are just pointers. So dummy is going to point to the very beginning of the list. I'm going to use the cur variable pointer to traverse that dummy list. You'll see what I mean here in a second. Okay, so let's say list1 val is less than or equal to list2 val. We need to add it to our dummy or our cur. So I'll say cur.next equals list1. And then we need a way to continue onwards. So I'm going to say cur equals cur.next. This is going to progress our dummy linked list, so the next value can be attached to the value we just added. I'll do the same thing down here. If list2.val is less than list1.val, we're going to say cur.next equal list2. Otherwise, cur equals cur.next. Now, obviously, this is a little redundant having both cur and cur.next here, so I can just delete these and put it there. Okay, looking good so far. Let's console.log the dummy. Remember, dummy is just a pointer to the beginning of this new linked list we've created. And we're getting the time limit exceeded because we've obviously done something wrong. And that is because we need to actually move these lists. Notice we're not actually traversing the list. We're traversing the dummy node, which is good, but we need to traverse the lists as well and progress them. So we'll say list1 equals list1.next, and then list2 equals list2.next. So here is our dummy linked list we've returned. You'll notice we're only returning 1 4 right here, but there's 2 4s in the solution. So what's happening? Well, our while loop is running as long as list1 and list2 are both truthy and exist. By this logic, one of these lists is going to finish first while the other still has values or nodes in it. And then it's going to stop the list from, or stop the while loop rather, from working. So we need to actually say cur.next equals either list1 or list2. What this is saying is if list1 has any values remaining, make it cur.next, or if list2 has any values remaining, cur.next will equal list2. It's either one of these values. So now if we run this code, you can see we've got all the 4s. And remember, this 9,999 is just a placeholder, so I want to get rid of that. And the way we can do that is modifying the actual dummy variable we created and say dummy equals dummy.next. that's going to move the pointer. So instead of starting right here, it's going to start right here. So if I run this, we have a good answer. And let's return dummy. And there you have it. There's our answer. So the space complexity for this problem is actually O of 1, or constant time. The reason that it's O of 1 is because we're not creating a bunch of new stuff in memory. We're just creating this one list node that's not even proportional to the amount of nodes in the problem. Basically, the inputs don't correlate to this one dummy node. So if I had a list with 100 values and a list 2 with 100 values, I'm still only going to create one dummy node. Likewise, the time complexity is going to be O of n. This is because the operations we perform, it's only going to be proportional to the length of the lists. If we have 10 elements in list 1 and 10 elements in list 2, we're going to have a proportional returned list of 20 elements. So that's why the time complexity is O of n. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it valuable. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one.